you have any sort of recollection of what I was about to do?
Well, I could tell you that, but you have to ask the question the right way.
Do you remember what I was about to do, please?
No. Do you remember what I had to do? Partner.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Gotta get back into
Do
the
you
spirit of things.
remember what I was about to do, partner?
There we go. Yeah, we were finishing up the problems in Breadwood.
Yeah, but which one?
I think you said you wanted to do skeletons.
Skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They keep wandering into town.
Yeah, why doesn't this...
I don't know.
Okay. So...
Oh,
Oh,
I guess we did pick the logging permit.
okay, so we're still working on the logging permit.
Hey, didn't you have something you could converse with him about the logging permit? There seemed to be a dialogue option. About the lumber?
No, that's what... Like, I've done enough of his problem solving to where I could get the lumber, but I said, being a completionist and all, that I had...
Okay, so we're doing logging permit.
Okay, I was in the stupid ghost town.
Why don't you just go and check what it said on, like, the poster? Maybe it said something about where to go for the logging permit thing.
No, because the logging permit isn't even on the poster anymore.
Yes, it is.
Okay, it just says, whole swaths of forest are still standing and we can't chop them down. That's
Gotcha.
it. So I gotta go back to... Fuck. Was it Ghostwood, I think?
Man, I do not remember. You have better memory than I do in that case.
And here...
Oh, yeah.
And here...
We were in the middle of this.
There's something that I'm still
the
missing.
Time had to pass. Like, actual time had to pass.
Oh.
Yeah, so you have to go and sleep.
Oh, okay.
That's straight up. Time has to pass.
Alright. That's it.
Yeah.
That's easy enough, except for... Where do I sleep again?
You can sleep down in...
Dirt water?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the hotel.
Okay.
Man, we have covered so much of the map.
Yeah, but there's an entire part of the
I
map
know.
that I haven't even started on.
Not here. I think you go upstairs. Or maybe you talk...
No, I just have my room here.
Oh, there. I thought your room was upstairs, but I was wrong.
Okay.
It's your bed.
Okay.
Here you go.
I wake up, fresh, restored, hungry, and sober.
So what you can do now is, I guess, go check if you have mail.
This is true.
We can do that. Post of ice.
Hello.
Aha!
A package from Rufus.
Yeah, he's weird, but a sweet kid at heart.
Alright. Well, let's open it.
Oh, it's a portable leather working bench. How about that?
Contains everything you need to set up your own sanctified leather working bench. I have to provide his elbow grease and prayer.
Oh, what a great kid.
That I can install in my room.
I think it's already installed in your room. Go and check.
Maybe you're right about it being upstairs because, yeah, that's a direct one.
Ah.
No, I don't see anything, so maybe...
Install
it.
Shabam.
Next to the window. And...
Yeah, now you can do leather working here.
Okay, that's nice.
That is very nice.
That is very nice. Very
All right.
nice.
Now, I am so worried about what the next thing they're gonna make you do is.
It's gonna be bullshit.
This was bureaucracy hell the last time we tried it.
I found an abandoned trail and got some shit in there. Alright?
Alright. Got some hardtack. I've never tried to eat hardtack.
What?
No?
How do you get through your childhood when you were sick with something?
What do you mean when you're sick? You feed heart attack to sick kids? But they're already feeling bad. Why would you make them feel worse?
It's for when you have upset stomach things. That's when we'd be fed heart attack.
I have never been fed heart attack in my entire life. I don't see why would that even help? It's just like...
it's easily digestible, I guess.
But it's just like water and flour, right? There's just almost nothing else in heart attack.
I think that's the point. I don't know. I've never questioned it. I just associated with being sick as a child.
But is this one of those, urban myths, the whole thing about... you can't go into the water after you've eaten, like stuff that just passes on from generation to generation, and you never sort of like stop and question like if it's actually bullshit or not?
I don't know, but I have an apropos story that I want to tell.
Ooh.
I think I've told you this story before, but I don't think I've told it on the channel, so here goes.
If you did, it was probably on the Hatoful Boyfriend playthrough, because that's where we told all our stories.
Probably. So, yeah, I know. I'll get right back to playing, but you just kind of like sparked this memory in my mind. So, back when I was studying in uni, I had a guy in my semester who was just... I don't know how he made it that far.
He was more of the vocational school type of person?
Was not very smart, like, at all.
So, maybe construction worker would be... No, you know what? The construction worker isn't like that. That requires some brains.
No kind of job where you have to think and could put other people in danger. So this guy, and I don't want to say his name. I don't want to out anyone, right? But
well, let's just call him Wolfgang, because this is what everyone in Germany is called, but this was Austria, right?
Yeah, this is Austria. Wolfgang is a name in Austria too, but it's a very clunky name to see all the time. So I'm just gonna call him Jimmy.
Jimmy Walter.
Jimmy, no, I'll just call him Jimmy for the sake of telling the story. So Jimmy already always barely passed his classes and whatnot, and we're doing a fermentation lab. Fermentation is not a fast process, so naturally there's some downtime in there occasionally. So we're all just sitting around with the professor that was teaching the class.
I already know, like...
having a lunch break. You know what story I'm going for, right?
I think so, but even if I didn't know, I would, at this point, where I would sort of start suspecting where the story is going to go.
So we're having a lunch break, and Jimmy, he didn't have a filter, probably still doesn't, and he starts asking the prof all of these questions, and all of them were related to stuff his grandma always said, and whether they were true or not. It goes like, my grandma always says I'm not supposed to lick like the lid off of a yogurt container because it's toxic. Is that true? And honestly, this professor, being an absolute saint and patient, because we're all just sitting there and we're looking at him and we're like, what the fuck? And he's like, well, Jimmy, I honestly don't know what's in those lids, but I'm gonna say that since it's used as food packaging, I am actually gonna assume that it is safe, and you're probably fine licking the container of the lid, and your grandma just told you to not do it because maybe you were being gross or something. And then we continue eating. And then after a minute of silence or so,
my grandma told me I'm not supposed to wipe my butt with the toilet brush.
He was a country boy, or he is a country boy, so he did have quite the accent as well and all of that. It's just I'm having a hard time conveying that. Second question comes out after a minute. It's like, Professor, I have another question. So my grandma, She's always saying, with the lids and everything, I'm not supposed to lick them. But what about outright eating them? And we're like, what? He's like, well, sometimes when I'm eating and I'm getting something like a lahmacun or like a doner from the doner place, and I'm really, really hungry, and I eat really fast, and I accidentally eat some of the tinfoil. And
I was gonna say doner kebabs they're wrapped in tinfoil. So.
And
am I gonna go to hell if I eat the tinfoil on this here?
No, but it's
kebab?
like, is that poisonous? and Professor again is like, well, I don't think it's gonna poison you.
Really?
No, I don't think so. Again, you use it to wrap food. Like, I don't think anything. It's probably not great for you to eat it in terms of if it's too big of a piece.
You don't eat plastic. It was like, well, it's used to package food, so it's probably. But you're not supposed to eat it.
It's not gonna do anything much. Like, if you eat it in like big quantities, yeah. But like, if you swallow like a little piece of it, it's probably fine. And
but
so
if you like take a bite. Just take a bite of aluminum foil.
I don't know. But the point is, he's like, but you may still want to slow down a little bit to just unwrap your food, even if you're really hungry.
But teacher,
okay.
I was so hungry, I did not have time to unwrap that doner kebab. I just had to go to town immediately, and that tinfoil, it just came along in the process. It just swept. I didn't have time to react, and it suddenly was in me.
Like, look, you know what? I have to attach another thing to the story from a different instance, but I'm not done, because all of this was in the same 5-minute span, yeah? Because then we keep eating, and then after another minute of silence, he's like, I got another one. So it's like, my grandma always says, I'm not supposed to swim after eating. And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, is it maybe because of the additional weight that just pulls you down? And it's like, I don't know, we all just lost it at that point. I mean, what? Like, I know it's not nice to laugh at other people and their questions, but we're all in our early 20s. We are in university, yeah.
Like, but teacher, what if I drank some soft drinks and all of them bubblies inside of me actually makes me lighter than air? Do you think it would be easier to swim if I drink a lot of bubbly water beforehand?
He thinks
but
that adding like a couple 100 grams of food is gonna make him sink.
Yeah, it's not like you're strapping on like a pair of Dr. Martin boots or something and try to swim in that. That actually sucks, by the way. I've had a friend.
Yeah, but that's not the weight. That's that you can't swim with shoes in the first place.
Right, but I think it's the weight as well in that case, because these are like steel-tipped boots.
That doesn't help.
They weigh a couple of kilos. So, but because I have a friend who like.
But if you strapped them to your midsection, it probably wouldn't be so bad. It's also if they're strapped to your feet.
Yeah, it probably still sucks.
Yeah, it probably still sucks, but the point is, like, I mean, you can rescue a drowning person, and like, depending on where the weight is and how much it's fighting back.
But like, the thing about not swimming after eating, I think at least the urban myth or whatever about it is that like it gives you cramps. That's how I've had explained to me, where it's like, oh, you risk cramping up and stuff.
The real reason is they don't want kids puking in the pool.
Yeah, I know that's the real reason, because it's perfectly harmless. And you're not gonna get cramps if you go into the pool after eating. I know that. But it's just one of those things that's passed down from generation to generation of bullshit. And then you pass it on to your kids without ever questioning it. And then they pass it on to their kids without ever questioning it. And it's this lie that just keeps being propagated forever.
Look, we're talking about the same person, and that's what I was trying to get at. We're talking about questions from the same person who, in our virology lessons, asked the professor if it was enough if one wanted to avoid being infected with HIV from an HIV-positive sexual partner, if one, and I quote, stapled the condom to the tip of their dick, or if it had to go all the way down.
What?
And
wait.
At this point, we were all saying that maybe he would be doing the world and its genetic pool a huge favor if he just went out and tried doing that.
Stop and rewind. I can't even wrap my head around this. You have to explain more
he
in depth
asked,
here. Okay,
in a super country hick accent, by the way.
Mr. Teacher.
If it would be enough, were one to try to prevent being, contracting HIV from a HIV positive partner during sexual intercourse, if it would be enough to staple a condom to the tip of one's penis, or if it really had to go all the way down.
But stapled how? Like, so it's just hanging from the tip of your penis? Like, do you like staple it at like...
Oh no, sorry, I misremembered. He at first just asked if it was enough for it to just cover the tip of the penis instead of making it go all the way down, and the professor then asked, how would you do it? Like, staple it up there? And he was like, yeah, for example. That's actually how the conversation went. Sorry, I misspoke. But he was asking at first, is it enough if it just covers the tip? And the prof is like, how would you do that? Staple it? And he's like, sure.
But doctor...
And
no, but teacher, when I put a condom on my little Jimmy, get it? I'm the big Jimmy, but there's a little Jimmy. If I put the condom on the little Jimmy, it makes it tickle less. So I kind of want to try to avoid doing that, or at the minimum, put the condom on the minimum allowed part of the penis to increase the amount of tickles I get.
The sad thing is, he eventually managed to graduate. He always passed his classes, if he did pass them, barely.
Did he do the Donald Trump thing of just paying someone else to take his tests for him?
No, I don't think so. He just managed to get the bare minimum of points most of the time, and for some of the stuff, I am convinced that the only reason that some profs gave him passing grades was because they just wanted to be rid of him. Because they were like, I don't want you to have to retake my class. I don't want to see you again. Anyway, that was enough of a segue, but you just reminded me of that story when you were talking about swimming.
Hey, teacher, my grandma told me that I'm not supposed to lick the lids of these. What do you call them in labs? The would you grow the cultures in?
Petri dish?
Yeah, the petri dishes. Yeah, I'm not supposed to lick the inside of those. But I figured it's basically just like blue cheese, and I like blue cheese, so I ate one of them sons of bitches.
Ugh. No, there are so many things that he did
Rest
over
in peace,
the
Jimmy.
years.
We hardly knew you.
But, yeah. Anyway, I'll just talk to these guys now.
Love you, Jim.
I really do hope he's doing well, but it's one of these things where it's like, I hope you're doing well somewhere where I'm not.
What would be a safe job for him to have?
I don't know. But I do know he was dating someone in our year for a while, and she was...
Was he, hot?
He was physically fit. I wouldn't call him hot.
Butterface.
But definitely, muscly and well-built, because he did work out a lot. So,
But
I'm going to go ahead... Huh?
But the German face. Did he have German face?
He had a weird... I don't know. The point is, she wasn't with him for the smarts, I'm sure. Or the titillating conversation. Anyway. But I was sometimes wondering if, it's like how you feel when it's like... If someone's dating someone that's... in Arrested Development, the whole plot line where Michael was dating Charlize Theron.
I don't know.
And she turned out to be mentally challenged.
Oh.
Where you're just like, I don't know how to feel about this, because he was... I don't know. Anyway.
Is it like that thing in Always Sunny as well? Where Dee is dating that rapper, and she doesn't know if he's actually mentally challenged or not.
Yeah, exactly. And it always felt like watching that and just uncomfortable. Anyway, here we go.
Maybe he had a huge dick or something.
I don't know. I don't want to think about it in that much detail, to be honest.
Yeah. Now we'll leave the condom jokes.
Yeah, we're just We're just gonna get our permit. Let me look. Ah, yes, here it is, and here you are.
Oh.
I don't have to sign anything to collect it?
Nope.
Are you sure?
No, madam, that's it.
Oh, holy crap, I got it.
Wow. I was 100% sure they were gonna send us for like another hour of wild goose chase.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Alright, that's cool. It's Wandering Sally.
Sally. Okay, let's see if she's got anything new. Apple, bear,
bone sword.
Black hat, bone sword, disposable, binoculars. Don't really need that with this horse.
No.
Dynamite, fantasy, gold tooth, quartz fit headband. A lock.
We have 2 of them.
Lucky marigold, needle, pickaxe.
Buy the needle. Can always get more needles.
True.
Doesn't cost much either.
The best I've already read this, so.
Yeah, we sold it, right?
Oh yeah, that's possible. Unrefined meat nuggets, work boots. Nothing really interesting.
Alright.
Alright, Sally.
That's
it's been
fine.
swell.